Hearts dominated Rangers at Tynecastle. They outplayed them for the entire 90 minutes, but in the end, Hearts were undone by two Jamie McCart own goals. A lucky deflected goal for Rangers. It should never have been given in the first place. And of course, Rangers' star player who turned up on the day, John Beaton, putting in his performance of a lifetime. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football here for your SPFL review show. I feel like just diving straight into the game that matters this week, the game at Tynecastle, Hearts Rangers, because Hearts were robbed in that game. Let's just call it out how it was. Even if you take away the officiating from the game, we were, just as we were robbed, we outplayed, we dominated Rangers. We deserved to win that game hands down. If the scoreline was 3-1 Hearts, that would have been unfair on us. That would have been unfair on Hearts. But somehow the scoreline ended up 3-1 to Rangers because Jamie McCart forgot which team he was playing for, and John Beaton, he definitely remembered which team he plays for. And Cabangu, man, how many chances did he miss? Should have scored probably at least a hat-trick, could have had more. We had chance after chance, just couldn't take it. Really frustrated. Big Stevie Cool's not here to talk about it. He's currently on holiday. The guy has more holidays than Stephen Mill. Could get him on the phone, but don't really want to speak to any Rangers fans right now, so aye, we're going to go it solo here. Let's start with League 2 though. Honestly, personally, couldn't give a shit about what happened in League 2. I want to talk about the Hearts game, but it has to be done. For all you League 2 fans out there, don't say I'm not good to you, because I really feel like skipping all this, but I mean, here we go. East 5-1, Bonnie Rigrose 1. Congratulations, you guys shared a point that doesn't matter. Well done. Edinburgh City 5, the Spartans nil. Good win for Edinburgh City. Consolidates their push for the playoff spots. I think that's all they're going to get. Fourth place, looks like it's going to be theirs. There was maybe a chance that the Spartans, if they beat Edinburgh City, could have caught them. I believe the Spartans were like 9 points behind, but with 2 games in hand, something like that. So Edinburgh City have done a really good job here, and putting Spartans to the sword, and obviously taking away any chance they had of catching them probably. Peterhead 2, Clyde 2, another draw in there. Thought Peterhead were a 1, it wasn't to be. Stirling Albion 3, Forfar Athletic 1, and the boys in Stranraer defeated Elgin City by a goal to 0. And what does that do for the League 2 table? Well, it does this. East Fife now got a decent little lead at the top. They are 4 points ahead of Peterhead. Elgin City dropping further behind now, level on points with Edinburgh City, but they do still have a game in hand. Edinburgh City are now 7 in front of Stirling and 11 in front of Spartans. Now look, the Spartans still have 2 games in hand. If they win that, they go into 35. Look, Edinburgh City, they haven't done it yet, but they've gave themselves a great chance now of getting into that. And who knows, maybe they can go even higher than 4th. And yeah, maybe it doesn't make a difference between 4th and 3rd, but we know that if you finish 2nd, then... Oh no, wait, I forgot. This League 2, it doesn't even operate the same way as the promotion path to the Premiership. So yeah, no, finishing 3rd is better than finishing 4th. So we'll see what Edinburgh City can do. As for Forfar Athletic, it's not looking good for them, but they've got 2 games in hand over Bonnie Rig and Clyde. So, I mean, if Forfar can win both of them, then, I mean, they're right back in there, and maybe they can take it to the teams above them. But as of right now, it is not looking good for Forfar, and I would expect them to be gone for the pyramid come the end of the season. Less games as well in this compared to the Premiership, so time is running out for Forfar. They certainly need to start putting together a winner runs. They've only won 3 games though all season, so it's going to be pretty difficult for them to turn it around. Their home form hasn't been great, but their away form has been even worse. You can see they've played 11 games away and they've lost 9 of them. So, yeah, you're going to struggle. I mean, the goal difference away from home isn't even that bad, but it's just, yeah, you're going to struggle, man. You're going to struggle. That's what it is. Forfar, I think, are down. Athletic, Alloa Athletic, 2-0 against Kelty Hearts. So, I mean, I guess Hearts, Kelty and Midlothian have got the same thing in common here. We both lost this weekend. I wonder if Kelty Hearts were robbed against Alloa. Unlikely. Callum Flatman, own goal. Former Hearts man in there. So, I mean, Jesus Christ, what is it with Hearts guys and own goals? Unbelievable. Right, Cove Rangers had a 3-1 win over Annan Athletic. There was another Rangers that had an undeserved 3-1 win. We'll talk about them in a bit. But yeah, Cove Rangers 3 and Athletic 1. Dumbarton 2, Montrose 3. Good win for Montrose. Queen of the South 0, Arbroath 3. Very good win there for Arbroath, and that should put them beyond any sort of catchable possession for anyone else in League 1. Yeah, well, I'll see. No, they're not uncatchable. I mean, they're only a few points ahead, but they do have a game in hand over the two teams behind them, Cove Rangers and Stenhousemuir. So that could be tight come to the end of the season. 2-point lead with a game in hand. Then you go further back to Alloa, Queen of the South. It's very tight. You look at Alloa down to Montrose, 4 points, separates those four teams. So, yeah, who's going to get that last spot? And it's not, I guess those teams could catch Stenhousemuir and Cove, and then you've got Kelty Hearts who have got 2 games played less than Alloa and Queen of the South. So, that could change up quite a bit. And then Dumbarton are kind of stuck adrift at the bottom. I think they're in a similar, actually, they're in a worse position to Forfar. But it looks like Dumbarton are down, unfortunately. That points deduction really has screwed them. But we'll see. Let's move into the Championship. Falkirk 2, Ayr United 2. I think before the game, Ayr would have been the happier with a draw. But when you're 2-0 down, then I think you're going to be much happier. I think Falkirk will be the much happier team to get the point for that possession. Scored just before half-time. Henderson and Oakley had the goals for Ayr United. Liam Henderson and once again Scotty Arfield with a goal in the 62nd minute to equalise. So Scotty Arfield, as my throat is going, my throat's giving up on me. Just like I'm about to give up on Hearts, to be honest. But yeah, Scotty Arfield levelled it 2-2. It's a good point for Falkirk. I mean, before the match, it would have been a good point for Ayr, but after the match, I think it's definitely a better point for the Bairns. So, yeah, 2-2 there. Greenock Morton 2, Airdrie 2, another 2-2 draw. I mean, Airdrie's been showing a little bit of form recently. I think they probably needed to win this, and, they were winning this game twice, and we know that Morton aren't the greatest team, and I think this will hurt Airdrie audience. The fact that they actually got ahead in this game, not once, but twice, and just couldn't see it out for the win. And I mean, it would have been a vital 3 points, but as things stand for Airdrie, they have to settle for 1. And then we look at the next game: Livingston 0, Dunfermline 0. If Airdrie's going to catch anybody, Dunfermline would be one of the teams that you expect them to catch, and they haven't gained anything on them this week, despite having the lead twice against Morton. Dunfermline held Livy for a 0-0 draw. And look, that's not unexpected. That Livingston don't score many goals. If Livy, you can get draws against Livy, and if you score a goal against Livy, then there's a good chance that you'll get a draw as well, or maybe a win, because Livy, they're really good defensively, but they just don't score goals, so that's not a surprising result there. A 0-0 draw. Queen's Park lost at home 2-1 against Hamilton. Hamilton took a 2-0 lead. Queen's Park got 1 goal back through Sean Welsh, but wasn't enough. Hamilton seen it out in the end. And Raith Rovers defeated Partick Thistle by 3 goals to 0. Partick Thistle, really bad result for them. Hearts player Finlay Pollock on loan got the 2 opening goals for Raith Rovers. I don't know if Partick Thistle's time. Do they need a new manager? Do they need to change things up? I think they've been in that championship for too long, and it's not like every season they're up there in the title fight. They're in the playoff spots, but they're miles behind the front three. I think Partick should be doing better, or at least should. And we know it's a hard league to get out of. I'm not saying that Partick should be getting out in like 1 or 2 attempts. I'm not saying that, but I do think that they should be having better attempts at winning the league and getting promoted, and I just don't think we've really seen enough from them in the time that they've spent in the second tier division. So, yeah, I don't know. Do they need a manager? Do they need to change it up? Possibly. There's some good managers out there at the moment. There's definitely some guys that could potentially go in there and make a difference. But, I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Championship League table then looks like this. Nothing changes. And honestly, I don't know. Out the front three, I know who'll be the least happiest. It's definitely Livingston. They would have fought a home game against Dunfermline. They're guaranteed to gain points on 1, if not both, of their, the 2 teams that are in front of them. And for Livy to come out of this with no points gained is a bit of a disaster. I think the only thing Livy will be happy with is that Falkirk didn't win. Because if Falkirk did win, then the gap would be 6 points, and considering these teams have been pretty damn good, they're not dropping that many. 6 points with only 12 games to go it'd be hard to overcome that. So look, Livy are right in it. They've still got a chance, but they should have beat Dunfermline and they should be level on points with Ayr United. But look, it's going to be close. Who's my prediction to win it? I still think it's going to be Falkirk, but it could come down to the wire. And normally we don't see the team in the playoffs from the Championship go up, but I'm thinking this year potentially we could see 2 teams go up, no matter who finishes in the position to play the Premiership team. I look at Ayr United, I look at Livingston. I think both of those teams could defeat a Dundee at the moment, who are not playing well, or whoever does finish in that 11th spot. Motherwell are certainly not playing well. I think Ayr United, if they got Motherwell in the playoffs, I think Ayr United would have a decent chance of beating them. Same with Livy. So yeah, I think it will be one of them. Obviously, Partick Thistle at the moment, they're hanging on to that 4th spot. Even if they keep that spot, which they should, and I think they will, I'm not convinced they'll do anything in the playoffs. And Raith Rovers have 2 games in hand, so if Raith Rovers can win those 2 games, they would go level on points with Partick. So, Partick, they've still got work to do, and they are struggling. As for Airdrieonians, a game in hand over Dunfermline. Gap is 10 points. Had they won that game against Morton, which they probably should have done considering they were leading twice, the gap would have been 8. You win your game in hand, it goes down to 5. That would have gave Airdrie a real chance of staying up. Now it's looking a bit unlikely. They haven't won a game away all season, and that is going to hurt. And their home form's not exactly great either, but to not win any games in 12 attempts away, that's pretty poor. Had they even got even 2 wins away, they would have closed the gap to Dunfermline till a lot closer, but it is what it is. Right, let's move into the Premiership then. So, St Mirren Hibernian, really poor game of football. Was shite. Really bad. I actually predicted Hibernian to win this. I think I had Hibs 2-1. They didn't win. It was 0-0. Mane was sent off there for a second yellow. Don't agree with that at all. Thought it was a very poor call. Look, in the end, I think St Mirren will be happy with a point because their form has been out the window. Hibernian, I think, will be the more disappointed of the two. I know you and Cameron saying this is a really good result for Hibernian. I don't think it is based on current form. I thought Hibernian would have sneaked past St Mirren here, but it was not to be. Right, let's move into Tynecastle then, where the robbery, the John Beaton robbery happened. Right, look, Jamie McCart scored 2 on goals, not happy about it. But at the end of the day, it's not like he meant to do it. He's not a secret agent, right? Rangers didn't send him there. It was accidental. He's made... Well, the first attempt, the first own goal, there's nothing he can do. It bounces off him. It goes in. So be it. So be it, right? Jesus, my fucking throat's gone again. Right, are we back? I think so. Right, getting teary eyes, guys. Getting worked up talking about this. That's what it must be. Right, so Jimmy McCart, the 2 own goals, I'm not going to blame him. First goal, I think it's more Gordon's fault, to be honest. I think Gordon's done pretty poor there. You look at where Gordon pushes the ball, and it hits off McCart, yes, but it could have easily fell to a Rangers player running in, and they could have got a tap in. So, look, it's a McCart on goal, but for me, I kind of hold Gordon responsible. The second own goal, I'm not sure what he's doing. He's trying to beat Dessers to the ball, which he does, and he's ended up putting it past the goalkeeper. Well, I'm not happy, but it is what it is. Not going to blame Jamie McCart here. 2 own goals. Let's just get that over and done with. Right, so Rangers had the first attack of the game, and I thought, oh God, Rangers have started well in the opening 90 seconds and whatnot. But after that, honestly, man, it was all hearts, and I'm not even joking. Rangers couldn't even... I don't think they got a shot until pretty much the last kick in the first half. Hearts were dominating. Hearts were creating chance after chance after chance, playing some really good passes, playing some really good football. They go into the break 1-0 down because of that McCart own goal, and I'm thinking, how the hell are we losing? But here, if we keep playing the way we're playing, we will get a goal. It will come, because we're playing too good not to score. And lo and behold, second half, we get the goal. Michael Schweinsteiger, alright, happy days, 1-1. And I thought at this point, we're going to go on, and we're going to win this game. I really did think Hearts were going to go on and win it. We go into the second half. We get to about the 60th minute. Hearts are on the attack again, like we were for the majority of the game. Just, creating chance after chance after chance. I'm not going to go through all the chances. I'm sure Big Stevie Cools covered it in the match review, but Hearts were creating chances at will. And, as much as I want to blame John Beaton here and bad luck, I've got to be honest, right? First of all, Jack Butland had a good game, right? Can't deny it. He had a really good game, made some really good saves. However, I do think that Hearts attacking players need to put some blame on themselves, because there was just, a lot of chances where we shouldn't even have gave Jack Butland the opportunity to save it. We had that many opportunities, that many chances to score that, we should not be just saying, well, we can't help but Butland had a great game. No, there was too many opportunities where we were giving Butland the chance to save it, and for me that's on the strike and that's on the finishing. Had our attacking players had their finishing boots on, then we'd have put this game out of sight anyway. So look, Butland had a good game, man of the match for me to keep it at 1, but I still think the Hearts attacking players should be looking at themselves for not being more clinical in the final third. However, we get to about the 60th minute hour mark. Hearts have got ball. I believe it is, I want to say it's Shankland, and he plays a pass in towards James Wilson. And then the Salah comes and pushes James Wilson, two-handed push in the back. Now, I don't like to see soft penalties given, but I think you could easily say this would not be a soft penalty. No attempt to win the ball, just rushes in and pushes James Wilson in the back. And at the time I thought, that should be a penalty. Looks like a penalty to me, especially when you compare what Rangers got a penalty for last week against Queen's Park when the referee tried to save them from going out the Scottish Cup. Rangers get gifted a penalty then. This is no attempt to win the ball, and the Salah comes in, double-handed push to the back of James Wilson. Should be a penalty. It's not given. I'm thinking, right, VAR, welcome back. They'll look at this. Now, people are saying it's not clear and obvious. It looks fucking pretty clear to me that it's a double-handed push on the back, and that pushes James Wilson over when we were in an attacking position with an opportunity to score. So, it's clear and obvious to me, but let's say they don't give the penalty. That's one thing. If Hearts don't get the penalty here, I'm going to be upset, but I'm not going to be furious. I'm going to be, right, well, you know what? Maybe James Wilson could have tried harder or whatever, right? But it's the fact that it's a double whammy. We literally do not get the penalty. Then Rangers go up and score. So the referee has 100% fucking shafted us here. Not only did we not get the penalty for an opportunity to score, the same play, Rangers went up from that push on Wilson. Yeah, and I get it. Yeah, the ball came back to us first, but that is irrelevant. It was the same passage of play. The ball never went out, so therefore Rangers went up and scored from the same passage of play. And even the goal Rangers got, extremely lucky. Deflection that lands straight at the path of Tierney. It's not even like this. They didn't even score a good goal. They didn't even score a good goal from a counter-attack or nothing. They got extremely fortunate that the ball was bounced and deflected straight into the path of Tierney. Unfucking believable. And he puts it in the back of the net and he celebrates like his team has topped the league by 20 points or something like that. It's like, he's doing that celebration like as if fans need to take back what they're saying or what they're booing. He's like he's a god or something. It's like, calm fucking down, alright? You're beating Hearts because we were robbed out of a penalty and Jamie McCart's already scored an own goal, alright? You're not a messiah. You're a baldy bastard, so just calm down, Tierney, alright? You weren't, and I think Tierney's a good player, but I don't think he wasn't, I don't think any Rangers player was good in this game. So yeah, had we not got the penalty, I'd have been pissed, but I'd have been like, right, well, fair enough, because I do think you see pushes from time to time, and sometimes the referees decide to give it, sometimes they don't. If we didn't get the penalty, I would have been unhappy, but I would have got over it. But the fact that we didn't get the penalty and then Rangers go up and score from that moment, that's fucking bullshit. It's not on. And just, you compare it to what they got the penalty for last week with the contact, and I'm using the word contact loosely on Dessers because there really wasn't much, but come on, you can clearly see favouritism here. You can clearly see that penalty claim that Hearts had on Sunday was way more of a penalty than what Rangers got against Queen's Park. Yet we know one is given and the other one is not. In fact, if we look at Hearts' penalties for and penalties against the Old Firm clubs this year, we've been fucking robbed. Opening game of the season, handball, not given. Game against Celtic, handball. They get the penalty, handball in the Celtic box. Liam Scales, we don't get nothing. It's been an absolute fucking robbery here, and this is probably the worst one of them all. I think this is a clear push to the back. If we do this to a Rangers player, man, that John Beaton, he cannot blow quick enough, man. He's blowing like somebody in a gay bar, man. By the end of the night, that whistle's going straight into his mouth. But for some reason, when it's us to get the penalty, nowhere to be seen. And I don't want to hear it. Well, VAR can't check it because it happened like a minute late. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. They should go back to that incident. We've been denied a penalty. Not happy. Not happy at all. And then Jamie McCart scores another own goal. I mean, whatever. Hearts should have won this game. Honestly, I think we should have won a bit. How many goals can I give Rangers? Because they didn't deserve any of them. Honestly, I think Hearts should have won this about 4-5-0. But whatever, we didn't. Move on. Because I have nothing else to say, nothing good to say. I mean, I've only got a lot of bad shit to say about John Beaton, and I'd like this video to be monetised, so I'm not gonna go there. Right, Celtic 3, Dundee United 0. Good performance for Celtic. McGregor, good goal. He's got quite a lot. This must be his. I don't really keep up to. Don't keep up to the stats with McGregor and how many goals he scores every season, but I would imagine this must be one of his highest scoring seasons because he's been doing pretty well. Jota got a goal, good for him. Armadea scored a pretty good third goal for Celtic, easy win. Not a lot to say here, just comfortable. We'll see how Celtic get on now against Bayern. Fingers crossed they can do something, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. Aberdeen picked up their first win in 15 attempts. I know people are saying Aberdeen are back, Aberdeen are this, Aberdeen are that, Aberdeen are going to go on and get third place now. I personally don't see it. I thought that Aberdeen were lucky to win this game. I thought Dundee had more chances. I thought Dundee had better chances. I thought Dundee should have won, but Hearts win. Fucking Hearts don't win. Aberdeen win. Nisbet and feeling the pressure here. Nisbet and Keskikan, 2 goals for them, so congratulations to them. But Dundee should have got something from this, I think. The Keskikan goal, though, really good. Fair play to him. It doesn't make him a world-class player. He's been pretty shite all season, but I mean, it was a good goal, so fair enough. Kilmarnock 3, St Johnstone 1. Bad weekend for St Johnstone. They lose by 3 goals to 1. Ross County picked up a 3-0 win as well. So, yeah, St Johnstone, in terms of them surviving, it's going to be difficult now because obviously coming into this weekend, they were only 5 points behind at Ross County. That gap has went up to 8. It's going to be tight, but who knows? Dundee are in free fall at the moment, so maybe St Johnstone can try and, claw them in. Motherwell, also another team in free fall. There's teams there that St Johnstone can catch, but they're going to need to put a really good run together, and I'm just not sure St Johnstone have that in them. They're 10 points behind Motherwell. They are 8 behind County, and I believe 6 behind Dundee. So, look, I think St Johnstone are down. They've last few weeks they've fought back and they've been spirited, but this weekend has really put a dampener on them. Motherwell 0, Ross County 3, Hale with 2 goals, Conor Randall with the third and final goal. Motherwell fans not happy, booing pretty much at half from the second goal onwards. Don't blame them. Stuart Kettlewell, I thought he was doing a decent job. And then obviously now he's left, and they did sign they got a new manager appointed. I believe it was Wimmer today. So, I mean, we'll see what he comes in and does. Will he have a positive impact from the beginning, from the get-go, or will it take him a bit of time? I don't know, but I don't think Motherwell have time because, yeah, even if St Johnstone do get that 12th spot, I mean, 11th spot could be wide open come the end of the season. And the way Motherwell are playing, the way Dundee are playing, I just would not guarantee them. I wouldn't say that they would be massive favourites in a relegation playoff tie at the moment. So yeah, we'll see. Anyway, let's look at the Premiership table. I don't really want to look at it, but we kind of have to. Hearts down in 9th. Honest, I don't know how we're down in 9th. We should have won that game. We should be on 33 points. We should be in 6th place here, no doubt about it. But it is what it is. We're down in 9th. Fucking sad. Celtic lead the way, 69 points. So congratulations to them. They're perfect at home, other than that draw against Aberdeen. And it's mental. How the fuck did they lose? How did they lose that game? 2-0 up against Aberdeen. Look at what Aberdeen's done since then, man. It's mental. Rangers, I don't know how they have 56 points. It should be 53. Tell you what, this is at 56 points. That's the only 56 Rangers are going to get anytime soon. Guarantee that, man. Yeah, criminal. I still can't believe they won. I still cannot believe they won at Tynecastle. Absolutely shocking. Aberdeen, first win in, about 10 years. They moved back into third. Just goes to show you that I was going to run down Scottish football, but let's not. Aberdeen had a great start, and that allowed them to be able to have a horrible, run of games and still be up near the top. So yeah, we can turn around and say it's a reflection of a poor league, but at the end of the day, Aberdeen did have the best start in the history of their club to, obviously aid them in near the top. So is what it is. Dundee United in 4th, did well to get into 3rd, but since then they've just kind of fallen away. Hibernian in 5th, I believe they are the favourites for 3rd place. Then you've got St Mirren, Kilmarnock, Motherwell, 3 teams on 31 points. Hearts are down in 9th with 30 points. Ross County in 10th with 29 points. Dundee in 11th with 27. And St Johnstone bringing up the rear with 21 points. Not looking good for the Saints, but we'll see. We'll see. Who do they play next week? Let's have a quick look at next week's fixtures here, just have a look. Oh, right, they play Hearts, so they really need a win. I hope they don't get it. Got Hibernian taking on Celtic, Aberdeen taking on Kelly, Dundee United taking on Motherwell, Rangers taking on St Mirren, and Ross County taking on Dundee. Some really good fixtures there. Ross County Dundee could be a good game. If Ross County win that, I believe they put themselves 4 points ahead of Dundee. You got Aberdeen Kilmarnock. I mean, if they win that, then who knows? Maybe 3rd place is looking pretty good for them. St Johnstone really probably do need to get something against Hearts. Yeah, some good games next week. Celtic at Easter Road. Probably one of the toughest places to go right now. Should be a hard game for Celtic. We'll see what happens, guys, next week. Anyway, that's it. Fuck John Beaton. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.